Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Hi, guys. Military stuff. Got some Royal Air Force drone stuff, and then some NATO allies parachuting stuff. Cool things. The original link to the video, top videos, top of the description below that Discord. We'd love to have you. Makes it easier for me to interact with you and see your recommendations. Let's go.
In Iraq. This is a terrorist
Did I say
building.
Sorry. My name's Connor, if you're new. Hello. How rude of me. Go.
Ramadi in Iraq. This is a terrorist-held building. The Reaper crew deploy a paveway bomb to destroy it. Attack missions like this are part of its job, but so too is surveillance and intelligence gathering. The RAF has 10 Reapers based in the Middle East. They fly missions of
Jesus, I gotta stop.
Intelligence gathering. The RAF has 10 Reapers based in the Middle East. They fly missions over Iraq and Syria as part of Operation Shader. But the crews flying them are in ground control stations thousands of miles away, including here at RAF Waddington.
It's essentially a large cargo container, a large shipping container, and at the front, as you can see, you've got two stations, two control stations, one of which for the pilot and one of which for the sensor operator. And it's like a cockpit as in any other aircraft. You know, I learned to fly in a conventional manned or crewed aircraft, and this is exactly the same. You've got the same control inputs. It's just that it's a box on the ground, and you're 3,000 miles away from where the aircraft is.
The Reaper's been described as one of the most effective capabilities.
You guys, I'm so sorry. This has been a disaster. I had to fix stuff. I wasn't listening to him right there. Just please, come on, please.
It's essentially a large cargo container, a large shipping container, and at the front, as you can see, you've got two stations, two control stations, one of which for the pilot and one of which for the sensor operator. And it's like a cockpit as in any other aircraft. You know, I learned to fly in a conventional manned or crewed aircraft, and this is exactly the same. You've got the same control inputs. It's just that it's a box on the ground, and you're 3,000 miles away from where the aircraft is.
That's so crazy because my initial mind is like, oh, this is how they test. It's like, no, this is the actual cockpit, and they're flying a drone with it. And the size of the wings on the drone were way bigger than I expected.
It's just that it's a box on the ground, and you're 3,000 miles away from where the aircraft is.
The Reaper's been described as one of the most effective capabilities for UK defence over the past decade.
So as soon as you get in here, you're exceptionally clued into the situation in Iraq and Syria. So the idea that, yes, there is physical distance there, but actually mentally, in terms of what you're looking at, what you're experiencing, that is Iraq and Syria for that time.
For Ollie, the distance doesn't affect operational performance, but there are some challenges to warfighting from home, and that's disconnecting from the front line at the end of the shift.
I think the most difficult thing is obviously when you've seen something, you've witnessed something, especially in the early days of Daesh, that potentially wasn't as pleasant and wasn't a nice thing to experience, and then all of a sudden you're back into, quote, you know, the real world, whereby you're sitting there with your mates having a coffee, and that can be quite disconcerting.
This isn't an issue that's gone unnoticed.
Question. So we're at 150. Is there... I wonder if they have the capabilities or if they'll ever have it where they can shoot an individual target, like a sniper, from a drone rather than just like dropping a bomb that's in case you don't want to hurt other people around them. You can, like Somali pirate style. What was that movie? I'm the captain now. So yeah, I wonder. Sorry. All right.
And welfare support.
And that can be quite disconcerting.
This isn't an issue that's gone unnoticed, and welfare support has been introduced.
You try and, as best you can, to do your core role day to day here, and then separate that from your family life and go back. And we have a great network here at RAF Waddington, not only to give the additional support to my crews here on 13 Squadron, but also to the family of those on the RPAS unit.
As RAF Waddington marks 10 years of Reaper operations from the base and 155,000 hours in the sky, it's also looking to next year when the new Protector drone will come into service. Claire Sadler, Forces News, RAF Waddington.
Drones are crazy. Let's do the next one. I just spit on my keyboard. That's great. NATO allies parachute, sail, and fly into target, or largest French exercise in decades.
The largest French military exercise in decades. Of the 12,000 personnel involved in Exercise Orion, all from a host of NATO nations, 700 float into Castra, followed by the kit they'd need in a large-scale modern conflict.
Armored vehicle.
With the backdrop of the Ukraine war, French Joint Forces Command is meeting historic tension with drills of almost unprecedented scale.
Air transport allows us to strike fast, hard and far. It is a unique combat tool for the French army, allowing us to free ourselves from spatial constraints and strike behind enemy lines.
It's a multi-domain effort, and another 700-strong batch of troops, amphibious this time, disembark in the coastal town of Sète.
Today, we are deploying land forces on 2 amphibious helicopter carriers, and here I am in charge of one of the 2 sites, counting the equipment and making sure the site is secure. It's one of the French Army's skills. We're here to train and do amphibious operations.
What the heck was that?
Pure.
What am I looking at? Is this a catamaran that you're going under? A catamaran style shit? Or do they pump the water out so that like a boat can go in and out? Whoa, what?
It's one of the French Army's skills. We're here to train and do amphibious operations, which is a skill that we don't necessarily work on very often. So today it's a special exercise that allows 700 people to train.
Interesting.
The second phase of the exercise alone features 7,000 personnel, including American and British forces, and takes place in the sea, air, land, and cyberspace domains.
In other words, many forces train separately throughout the year, and little by little we increase the training requirements until we all work together. It's a bit like a rugby or football team. The attack and defence have to work together after having trained in their respective areas.
Tom Sables, Forces News. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to
like
and subscribe to our channel.
I sort of want to just click another. Maybe I'll do a bit later. All right. Really cool. I didn't upload yesterday, which is rare for me, and I'm sort of a little rusty, I guess. But yeah, really cool videos. I love the military stuff. Love learning about this stuff. Obviously, becoming more important to be knowledgeable at least a little in times like this. So, hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you are staying as safe as you can be wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye, guys.